Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. In this video, I'll just be giving you a quick solution to how you can build Starcourt and its basement level but above ground. I really have confused so many people with this building technique, and I'm so sorry that I have, guys. Honestly, if I could redo my Starcourt within like 20 minutes and have all the same building techniques and videos kind of for the same mall, you know what I mean, I would do that, but it would just be too tricky to go and build it all again now. So I really am sorry for that. I wish I'd known that bedrock was going to include not include the ability to go underground as much on a super flat world, because if I'd known that, I wouldn't have started building Starcourt like I did. But blimey, you make mistakes, but you know, you learn from them as well. So I guess I have learned from my mistake. I really have, and I will not be building the same thing ever again the same way, you know what I mean. So hopefully that will never happen again. But anyway, in today's video, like I said, for those of you guys that can't go underground, this video is primarily for you. But if you guys who are building above ground right now, well, you're building the entire section, you have enough space underground to build underground, then yeah, just watch it anyway for a little bit of help if you need some help or whatever. Any questions, if you're still confused by the end of the video, please be sure to drop a comment down below. I really don't mind helping you guys out as much as I can. I'd much rather you came and asked me for any tips and stuff like that for the build than, you know, just trying to figure it out yourself, because honestly, I built this, like I said, twice now, and it still confuses me some days. So I'd much rather you asked me some questions instead of maybe just giving up or something. I really do appreciate all the support on this build, and I'd much rather everyone had the same chance at building it than, you know, just thinking like, oh, he's gone underground, you know, I can't do it anymore. So I do appreciate your persistence, guys. It is awesome. Okay, so anyway, I am over near the escalator now on my first level. So I'm going to refer to this as the first level. This is the one that goes above ground normally. So if I go back out to the parking lot, you can see this is on ground level. Okay, so this is going to be referred to as the first floor. Then we're going to refer to this bit underground as the basement level. That's what I'm going to refer to as. Okay, so going to our escalators. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to build these yet in the tutorial. It is going to be coming very soon once we have the ground round done as well. So if we go down the escalator, you can see there is a command block facing towards me on the stairs. It kind of twinkles, which is pretty cool. But that command block is going to be super important. Now remember, I am on console edition, so anyone on console, you can do this as well, which is pretty awesome. This is bedrock as well, guys, by the way. If you know a easier solution on Java, please be sure to share it with us in the comments below, because I personally don't have Java edition, and I'd still like to help people on Java. So if you do know a solution, please be sure to share it with us. That'd be awesome. So, command block. What I've actually done is I've programmed this to teleport us as if when we get into a 1 block radius. So this stair right here, that block there, the stairs be below it, and the block over on that right side. Once we get in that radius of a block of it, it will teleport us over to where I've made a replica escalator. So I basically built the bottom of the escalator so it looks like it's been chopped in half to represent the bottom floor, the basement floor, so that you guys can build it above ground but make it look like it's seamless, and it just teleports you to your next part as you walk down the escalator. So kind of like a transition, I guess you could say. So let's go down the escalator, and there we go. We just made it straight to the bottom of the escalator, but now we're in a different spot. Now this different spot, like I said, is gonna be our basement level. I keep referring to a ground level. Maybe I should just call it that, but never mind. So yeah, you're gonna start building literally a block in from the floor here. Now technically, because we are on a normal super flat, well, this is actually bedrock super flat, so it does go down quite a way. If you're on a normal super flat, I believe it goes down about 3 layers. I hope I'm right about that. So you will have enough space to go down for the lowest point in the basement, which is literally, I think it's about 2 blocks going down because of the fountain and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get into that later on, like I said anyway. But yeah, it teleports us right to here, so we end up just walking down the escalator like nothing happened. So it's very seamless, and it's going to be very helpful for you guys building on a world that can't go down levels. So how do we do that? Well, let's go back to our command block, and I'll show you guys how we do it. Now I'm hopefully going to have to place it, look in it from a distance, because otherwise I'll teleport again. So let's get back here. Here we go. So I know it looks very, very confusing, but please do not worry. This is all we need. It's pretty simple. If I can figure it out, then anyone can figure it out, honestly. Alright, so as you can see over here, we have a hover node that is empty at the moment. I believe that means you can name it whatever you want, so you know the command name. So for this one, I'll just write teleport in there, for example. But I'm leaving that empty because I don't want to mess with anything I don't know the true meaning of. Block type, I've put this onto repeat, as repeat is going to be, you can do this multiple times and stuff like that. So let's put that on repeat. That's what you want to do. We want always active on the redstone button down here, always active. And then we've got this command over here. Now what we want to do to get a command block is on Bedrock Edition you can't actually find it in your inventory. So your creative inventory will not have this command block. Which is, you know, a little bit sucky because you do have to go get it sort of manually. But it makes it more fun and it makes it more clever, I guess. So what we want to do is we want to go to our command section like we did for the /fill commands. You can see I've just got a load of numbers on my screen. Don't worry about that. What we're going to do down here is we're going to write slash and then we're going to write /give just there. It'll put you a space after if you've got predictive text on. Then I'm going to, if you look on the left side of the screen, it's got @A, which means all players, @E, which means all entities, so including animals, stuff like that, @P, which means closest player, and @R, which means random player. And @S is of course yourself. So I want to give this to myself, so I'm going to go @S. Then it comes up with a list of blocks you can give yourself. So on the left side of the screen, it's basically got the entire creative inventory as well as some fancy other blocks. So we want the command block. So I've already got it just here, so I'm going to type that in. I need to go back a couple of spaces so I can show you guys how to do this. Oh, okay, I'm just going to write it in here because otherwise... Oh, maybe it won't come up because I've already done it. Okay. Well, basically, when you start writing command, it comes up with a command like minecart. It also comes up with loads of different types of blocks. Well, we just want the normal command block. And to get that, you just want to write command a space away from the @s, then an underscore, and then block directly after that. I'm going to punch that in, and you can see on the top left it says you have given yourself one command block, which is perfect. Now it does say one command block because obviously it's thinking in survival techniques, but of course you can place multiple of these. It doesn't give you just the one. Alright, well if we were going to teleport ourselves, I'm actually going to break my original one now. No, I'm not. I'm going to use that as a referral just in case. But I'm going to place this one just here. So let's do it at the top of the stairs, just here. Alright, so it doesn't matter whereabouts the arrow is facing because we're going to program it to detect when there's a person in its vicinity. So don't worry about where the arrow is facing at the moment. Like I said, you can write teleport in that hover note section. What we want to do is change the block type to repeat just down here. Condition, keep it unconditional because we don't really know what that means at the moment. Well, I personally don't. So because I'm a little bit of a noob, I'm just leaving that normal. We're going to put always active on the redstone, which means that basically it wouldn't require redstone to turn it on. So you wouldn't require a flesh plate, a lever, tripwire hook, anything like that to turn it on. Now in the command input, this is where stuff goes down. As you can see on our original, if you come out of that, that'll be saved as blue because it means it's on repeat. You can see I've got /execute @A, bracket, loads of different coordinates, then some wiggly lines, then a TP, and then some more numbers, you know? So it's a very, very confusing looking command, but it's not actually that bad. So as you can see here, we're going to type this into our command input section up there. We're going to put /execute, all sort of one word. You're not going to put any spaces between those. Then you're going to put just a space, just one space. Then put @A, which means, of course, is it all? Yeah, all, my mistake. Then you want to put another space and a bracket, an inside bracket, so it's going inside to the right. Then you want to put an X, which is going to equal to your X coordinate. So you want to punch in your coordinate. I'd recommend turning on coordinates by going into your settings, go into the game, and go into here, and it says coordinates just there. Punch this one to be on, and you have to be looking at the block you want the coordinates of. So if I go ahead, turn around. Oh, my mistake, you have to be on the block you want to coordinate yourself to. So for example, if I was to coordinate myself here, which I want to get, it would be -280, 32, -408. Well, if we look at this one, the coordinates are pretty much similar because it's only like a block away and down. So as you can see, that's pretty much similar, but you need to get the coordinates for yourself, guys, not anyone else's, because otherwise it won't work. So once you have the x equals whatever, you want to put a comma, then you want to put one space and put y equals whatever your y is. Straight after the number, put another comma, one space, put z equals whatever your last number is, and then a comma directly after that. Now you're going to do one more space in this closed bracket, and we're going to write r, which means the radius of the block is going to pick up on. So the radius of which you have to step inside for the command to actually work. Well, I've placed it at 1 because 1 is the lowest it can be. You can't unfortunately set it to be on the block because otherwise it would require, say, a pressure plate to set it off, and obviously we've got it always on for our redstone. Well, radius is going to be 1, so that means one block within its radius is where it will teleport you. Is when it will teleport you, sorry. So once we have that in, so you're going to have the same number as me, r equals 1. Straight away put a closed bracket facing to the left to the rest of your numbers, straight after that 1. Very important you don't leave any mistakes and spaces and stuff like that through these, because commands obviously work like you're programming a computer, so you need to make sure to tell the computer exactly what to do, otherwise it will just trip up on itself and get confused. Then we're going to go ahead and put a space after that closed bracket and place a wiggly line. Now if you're on PlayStation, it's going to be a second sort of line across. So if I go to my other one real quick, go into here. I don't know if you guys can see my keyboard on a video. I think it's only on streams you can see my keyboard. But basically you're going to have to press the aim button and your triangle button, so L2 and triangle. Then you're going to have to click an arrow on the right side of your screen to get a load more symbols. It's probably something like that on the Xbox as well. Alright, so we need 3 of those squiggly lines a space away from one another. Once you get to the last space on your last squiggly line, of course leave that gap, place TP, lowercase letters by the way guys, lowercase throughout the entire command. TP is going to be teleport, of course. So you're going to leave a space after teleport and put at P, which means at the person who is going to be in the radius. So, you know, whoever steps in the radius is going to get teleported. It's not going to be random. It's not going to be yourself necessarily. It's going to be whoever steps into that space is going to get teleported away. So once you put at P, we're going to put just another space and write our coordinates for our destination. Now my coordinates for my destination are going to be minus 394, sorry, space 32, which is of course our y coordinate, and for the z is minus 227. Of course you guys will have different numbers to me, so don't copy these at all. Alright, and as you know, as soon as you walk into that space, it teleports you exactly to those coordinates said on the machine. Perfect. Well, I know that is a lot to take in, guys. If you do need to pause the video at any point, please feel free to do so. It really is no problem at all. Like I said, if you do have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments down below. Blimey, that was the most confusing thing I've ever had to explain, to be honest, because I've never used command blocks in my life. I'm very grateful that you guys asked me to make a video like this, explaining stuff, because I've learned something new. You know, you don't learn unless you make mistakes, and in this case, I made a big mistake, and I learned how to use command blocks because of it, so happy days, I guess. But yeah, honestly, guys, please do not fear that you can't build any more of Starcourt, because honestly, however you build it, it's going to look cool anyway. You guys are amazing builders, never forget that. Whatever you do, whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, so definitely keep that in mind, no pun intended. And you'll have this done, and it will look pretty awesome. But yeah, that is it for this Wheelassassin video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have been able to figure out how to do this now. I hope it's helped you guys out a lot. If it hasn't, like I said, please feel free to ask me once again in the comments down below. I really don't mind trying to explain it as many times as I need to get it to an understanding level, because I know that everyone understands things differently. I personally have to have something written to me in chalk, or like actually engraved on my head so I understand, because I'm a little bit slow, but you know what I mean. So if you guys do need any more help, please don't feel free to ask. Please feel free to ask. Jeez. Oh, I'm becoming rude. Dang. Please feel free to ask me in the comments, guys. You take it easy, everybody. Have an amazing day. Stay safe, of course, and I'll see you at the next Wheelassassin video coming very, very soon. Goodbye for now, everybody. Don't forget, anybody on a world that can't go down, you can follow the basement tutorials, as like I said, only this middle section where the balcony is doesn't have a roof. The rest of it is covered up with a roof. Of course, for the hallways, it's covered up with this ground level, but you guys can just use some normal sandstone to cover that over. But as far as the stores go, each one of these has its own roof with the lights on. So yeah, experiment however you'd like to, and yeah, I'll see you at the next Wheelassassin video coming very soon. Goodbye for now, everybody. Thank you so much.